Um, we so far. I had the other camera down the middle.
Yeah, do we have a second?
Yeah.
Before you started, I'm gonna put my glasses over there.
All right. All right. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We about to get into it. It's another Rockin' Red. Back in the building. Hey, y'all. Y'all know what we're talking about. We're talking political. We're talking stuff that need to happen national, things that need to happen locally, things that need to happen, might happen, and might not never happen. We're talking about Rockin' Red. Hey, bro, what's been up?
Hey, man.
What's been up with
Chilling, man. There's so much that has gone through my head in the last couple of days that we can talk about that I have no direction. So I don't want to put you on that because I can find a direction real quick. But if you have something that you want to talk about,
I always got
because I have plenty to say about
all
it.
right, so
probably.
All right.
We can start wherever.
First of all, before we start off, I want to give a shout out to Skipworth, Mayor Dickinson. He shot my phone, so we on my page now. So yeah, I want to give him a quick shout out, man, for getting Dickinson cleaned up. I seen your post about getting the trees up, and people putting extra trash out on the curb when they ain't supposed to be up the trees. But shout out to him for getting the city cleaned up. Bro, the city looked bad after the little tornadoes the other night. Shout out to Skip for getting on the job, getting the city back looking good, bro. I appreciate you, everything you're doing. It wasn't just on the good side of Dickinson, it was on the bad side of Dickinson. They got trees up everywhere. So we want to give Sean Skipworth. I get her Skip.
You call him Skip, man.
Sean Skipworth. My bad, Sean. Sean Skipworth. Skip. It seems like you should be a Skip. You look like a Skip.
Hey, call it.
Sean Skipworth. Mel Dixon. My bad. I got your name all wrong. I've been preaching for 3 hours.
That's like a white boy from the '50s name. Hey, Skip. Hey, Chip. Hey, whatever.
It's Sean Skipworth.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Sean. Yeah,
keep it real out here. Not even keeping it gangster, just keeping it real.
I mean, bro, you're the mayor. You clean your city up. Look out for your people. You know, it was tornadoes come through. It was trees down everywhere. Hey, he got the power back on and got everybody back up.
Yeah.
And so shout out to him for doing his
job.
job.
And that's enough of a topic right there. If we want to go off on that for the next hour, but probably not. We can do that. Something else.
No, what I want to talk about is the trials. Let's talk about the trials. You know me, I like to.
No, I gotta do it, man. Are you talking about Shrunk?
Yes. What else are we gonna talk about?
Okay.
I really think he is just like, I mean,
I know what my answer to this is, right?
What? It's all bullshit.
Yeah, well, yes. Essentially it is.
I got questions.
And essentially it's all bullshit.
I have questions. Because I
won't waste the viewers' time. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Questions are.
The question is,
and I'm no expert on this one. Go.
Oh, because I like to know what regular people think. I don't want to know what some people I don't know think. I don't care about them.
I know bullshit when I see it.
Yes.
That's not.
Well, tell me this. A man gets accused of beating his first girlfriend. And we find out he didn't do shit.
Is that what we're talking about?
No, this is an example so you can understand. Then the next girlfriend he gets said he beats me too. And then the girlfriend after that says he's beating. Is it most likely?
Logically, it's yes.
He's right. So how can someone get 91 felonies and nobody believe that not one of them is correct?
It's all 91 of them are bullshit.
No, 91, yes, but we're gonna believe the wife beat on 3.
Brother,
come on now.
Man.
Come on.
On almost anything in life, I would never have this stance, but I know what it is when I see it, man.
How?
Do you not?
You say you know what it is, but see, you know it says against the Bible. What you saying, right? It is totally like what he said.
Yes.
Yeah. Go against God for you.
Let me start by saying that, and also cheating on your wife.
Yes.
That's what he did, of course. That stance gets.
But he did that too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm putting that out there right now.
Yeah.
But do you understand that political persecution when you see it? Like
I understand that. I understand.
It might be fun when it's somebody you don't like, but when it happens.
Name the other person who's politically persecuted. Go. The other president. Go. Because this is the first. Go.
No, it's been a lot of them. In fact,
No.
hold on.
Just name one.
A lot of them.
Just name one.
I'm gonna say all of them.
No, all of them. No, ain't no all of them.
Point for you.
I need you to name one president that was politically prosecuted.
I mean,
We're waiting.
that's fine. You can do that.
No,
all you
but
want,
that's-
I have a bigger point to make.
Of course, one.
Okay, my point was, well, maybe it's not. Maybe it makes this point or not. But I actually watched a video. YouTube video. But it talked about the biggest mistakes that every president has made from the
You
beginning
realize
of time.
YouTube videos are the worst place to get knowledge
I
from?
know, but
Get a
actually-
book, buddy.
Okay,
Books.
but nobody has time for that.
Who? I just finished 2
Is
books.
there a book
I
about
read books every day.
My
I'm reading
point
6
is,
books right now.
what we have realized is that so many people have made so much bigger mistakes, supposedly.
No,
that have
it's
had
not
bigger
about so many people.
consequences.
No. Nobody else is running for president but him. So it's not about anybody else.
So let's talk
It's-
about Joe Biden's fucking
Or
problem.
is he being persecuted for him right now?
No, he's not.
He's not, because they're not there.
You're
They're
proving
only
my
there
point.
for somebody who's from the other
And
side.
you're proving my point.
What name them?
Whomever. I
No,
mean,
whomever.
it's
I
the
can name
whole-
him specifically. Why can't you specifically name Biden? I don't even like Biden, but I know.
That's the point I'm making.
Well, you don't have to like somebody to know he's better than the devil. Huh?
Let's start there. I mean, do you think that Joe Biden is better than?
Let me ask you a question. Do you know anybody whose wife has ever died?
Oh, I know where we're going with this.
Yeah. But ask the question. Grief. No,
Yeah.
not grief.
My
Not
dad?
grief. Not
My
grief.
dad?
Yes,
Of
but
course.
is your dad a malicious person now? It makes you very meek. It makes you very humble. So how can he?
Not
It
necessarily.
doesn't. It
Not
doesn't.
necessarily.
Not necessarily. So you think somebody can lose their wife and they still out here malicious? Like, man, F the word.
It depends on the circumstances.
You really think? No.
I do. I know.
You know people whose wife died and they still out here just being a
I
beast. in the
know
world.
when your wife, my mother, is absolutely at the end of her life, and there is nothing left to give.
Yes, but how does that change a man? Is what I'm saying.
That's different.
No, it's not different. I'm asking you, how does a
It
woman?
didn't change
How
my
does
dad
somebody?
at all.
It didn't change him at all. Oh man, I beg to differ. I beg to
did.
differ. It did. It changes anybody who loves somebody and
But
look,
not for
you
the
can't.
worse.
No, not for the worse. It doesn't change you for the worse. That's
So what
my
point are you
point.
trying to
My
make?
point is Biden can't be bad because his wife has died. Y'all are trying to say he's
Biden
worse.
can't be bad because his wife has died. Is that the point you're
Well,
trying to
yes, that's the point I'm proving. When somebody's wife died,
Can't
they
be
don't
bad.
have malicious no more. That's my point. Yes, that's my point. And you just proved it.
I don't think so.
You think you did, but when you watch it back, you're gonna realize I did prove it. Yes, because you said your
So-
dad did not
so
change for the worse.
Anybody who has ever lost their wife or
It's not
husband,
malicious after that point. I ain't say your husband.
for what?
What you mean for what? Because when you lose the love of your life, you understand meekness, you understand goodness, you understand
You
faithfulness.
can understand that by having a dog that dies or a cat that dies.
Really?
I would assume.
That was a single person talk. Because when you married, boy, my
Okay,
wife
so
died. I kill
married.
every cat and dog on the planet for my wife
So
died.
wait,
What are you talking about?
What does that say?
That says I have allergies
So
to cats and
everybody who
dogs,
has-
and I don't like them.
Everybody who has a family has an obligation to go.
No, I'm telling you,
after-
when you lose the love of your life, it changes you.
Of course it does.
No, you saying it's not. You saying it
If you're a
doesn't.
strong person, I mean, it might.
No, it
it's
doesn't
gonna
break
change you.
No, it changes you that you don't have that malicious anymore. You can't be mad. You can't go out there and injustice anybody because you felt the biggest injustice known to man. See what
I
I
think
mean?
we're losing our grasp on.
You
on
think we're
what's
losing the
reasonable.
grass and I'm staying on
No,
point.
no, I mean, so if anybody around me dies, I'm supposed to lose my mind.
Not anybody. I said the love of your life. See, that's
So
a
the
difference.
love of my life,
Have you ever been in love, Brian?
yes,
How many times?
probably once or twice.
Do you still love her?
Yes,
You do.
mhm,
So why aren't you with her?
because life didn't end up that way.
That ain't
And we're not supposed to be.
Nah. That ain't how love works, buddy.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You think it is. You should read the Bible and say, well, love it. Love is eternal, bro. You know why I ain't never stopped roofing? Because I love it. You know why I ain't never stopped doing music? Because I love it. You know why I never stopped preaching? Because I love it. I'll be doing it till I die. And I'll be loving
Like
my
I
wife
said,
too. Because
still
that's
love-
love.
Those two women that I still love in my farm, and they're doing. You know,
See, you have a different concept
I
of
don't-
love.
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, you do. You have a different concept of love because love is eternal. It lasts forever. So you don't stop. If your loved one is out there, you can't go a day without them. You can't wake up without them. See, that's what love is. What y'all call love is different.
If you left this woman because you knew it wasn't right, and she ended up getting
If it
married
wasn't right, it wasn't love.
to
Love's
somebody
right.
else, and then they had kids, you can still love them from afar. If you
Yeah.
know it,
Yeah. She wouldn't. Look. Y'all.
oh, she wouldn't leave
She
it
didn't
alone?
love you back.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay, so if you're telling me it is real love, I'm telling you, two people who really love each other. Y'all just think you love each other because you can go your day and live your life without her. You didn't love her.
All right, so
But my whole point is, when you lose love of your life, when you actually find the love of your life and get her, you will understand.
oh, of course, I haven't found that yet.
See, and that's why you can't understand it. That's what I'm telling you. You're thinking, you're saying these from this single, and it's not a bad thing. You just are single. But when you are married and you notice the love of your life, dude, and you know how you feel if you would lose it. You know, I ain't got no more fighting me. I wouldn't fight nobody in this world. I am hurt in a way. I am wounded. That's not different. That's Joe Biden. That's not different. That's Joe Biden. Yeah, I'm still on point.
Argument for that's the best argument I've ever heard for Joe Biden. If that whole thing that you just did,
It was.
because you're trying to argue for Joe Biden.
I mean, I'm trying to argue that he's not a malicious person. I'm not saying he's competent. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm saying he's better than the malicious guy who's out here pimping Bibles.
So you think he doesn't love his wife?
Trump?
Yeah.
No, because he cheated on her. You can't cheat on somebody you love, bro. Oh, now here. I know you're not telling me you can love somebody and cheat on them.
I'm
Boy,
telling you
y'all description of love.
What I live on and who I
And
am.
you think that Trump loves his wife and
I
cheated on her.
actually. I'm not sure that Trump and I are on the same page as far as what love means because I
No. There's
So-
only
so to
one
answer that
definition.
question, I don't
There's
know.
only one definition of love, and that's God. And yeah, love is God, and God is love. That's what the Bible says. And people don't understand that. So love is God. So if you love something, boy, you can't love your wife and cheat on her.
I think my dad's a fucking probably the best example of that.
So
I'm not going to go into that anymore. Other than that, I grew up in a place where my dad, as far as I know, never cheated on my wife, and he
Your
took
mom.
care of her. Yeah, his wife until she died.
okay.
He took care of her until she died, and that's what I grew up on. What I'm supposed to do, and that's like the
But
way
see, you're looking at love through somebody
I
else's
know.
life. You
Absolutely.
have to experience this for yourself.
Sometimes I may hold higher standards for people than
Because you're speaking
because
hypothetically.
well, no, because I'm looking at what my parents had.
Exactly, you're
Wants the
speaking
same thing.
hypothetically.
Yeah,
But
that's what you're
But
saying.
but love is an action thing. You have to be in the game. Then you buy that lotto ticket, you gotta be in it to
I
win
don't
it.
buy lotto tickets, but that's a different story.
But-
That's,
but-
actually, that is the whole.
But you gotta be in it to win it, right?
I don't buy lotto tickets.
But
on
you have to
love,
be.
though.
But no. I'm saying you have to be in it to win it. Lotto is like love. If you
When-
don't buy the ticket, you
Let-
can't get the meal.
Let me explain it like this. I would never go to the store and buy a lotto ticket on it, but when I see something that convinces me that it may be like that, then I will put my effort into it.
No, I think
And
this is my
then-
point. The point is
Yes.
that if you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the lottery. If you don't believe
course.
in love, you can't get it.
I
But you
always
have to
believe in love.
believe in what love actually is. You can't look at love through the eyes and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna try to be like my parents," and that's what love is. They
learned
grew
that.
up. They grew up in a whole different time than you. They didn't even have the internet when they was in love. How you gonna do it when you gotta fight
I don't do
Instagram?
any of that. That's the thing. I go back to like I don't operate like that. I'm different.
But
I'm not on the internet looking for love.
no.
I just
I'm
feel
not
like-
saying you're on the internet. I'm saying you have a phone. Your
Yes.
mom and dad them had love without phones for
Right.
for years.
I think about this a lot, man.
So
About like what it, but I'm just gonna continue on the way I do, man. Like, what am I supposed to do other than just be a good person, try to go out, do right things?
but all my point is, when you have experienced love, and this is the love of your life, and you're living together for a long time, and you lose that person, it wounds you
Of
to a
course.
point that I
Is this so
I
hard to get
am-
back? That makes you
yes,
that
but I don't
proves
believe
everything I said.
that you can be malicious again because you know how fast it can be taken away from you.
Well, yes. Okay.
It can be taken so fast.
Maybe it took all of that to get me to that point. Yes.
Yes,
When-
and that's what I
when
mean.
we're talking about true love
Yes.
and something real. I think you should appreciate it and treat it the way that it should be.
Yeah, but my point is, Biden. I'm not talking about love. The point is still Biden. There's love is not even. That's to get you to the point. That's my whole point, because we're not here to talk about love. I just preached for 3 hours. I talked about the fruit of the spirit. Love was the first one. So I already did that. When we're talking about this right here, political and what's this we're going on now, border situation, political pawn or situation. Now you say political pawn are usually for political pawns, because you realize they had the best deal. All the border patrol on the side of this deal. Everybody wanted it, but Trump said no, so that we can stop it, so I can have the talking point. Believe that or not, do you?
All I know is that we have let in, whomever we're letting in. What are you
That is not my question. My question is, do you believe? No, I asked a specific question. Do you believe Trump is usually for a political pun, or is an actual problem?
I mean, it's both. It's an actual problem. I mean, do you like the fact that like whomever is being let in?
I don't care.
You don't care.
Nope.
We did this last time.
Yeah, I don't care.
And it has not affected us.
Not one bit. My business is doing better than it was last year. I'm doing better than I was 4 years ago.
Okay, so
And plus, none of my friends are dying on TV. So I'm feeling better than it was. People ask the question, are you better than 4 years ago? I am. I'm much better. 4 years ago, I wasn't even fasting. Not 30 days.
Well, no, you're doing better like this as an individual.
Business is better. Business is better in 2024 than it was in 2023.
Doing more roofs?
I'm doing more everything. I'm doing more everything. I'm doing more everything. But that's because I don't worry about the government giving it to me. I know who supplies my needs. I rely on God. And when somebody asks me a question, if you're doing better than you were 4 years ago, you must be a legal agent. No, you're a believer in God is what you are.
No, I mean, I certainly just have, gone up on everything that I'm doing, but I never look at the government to be the one who supplies me with anything. I would look at God first.
Exactly. Now, do you pay attention to the numbers?
But I know I have to change things. I have to work smarter, work harder.
I mean, that's just business. That's business. But
I mean, yeah, that has a good.
What about the numbers on Biden? Have you seen his numbers? Not approval ratings, but his numbers. Like unemployment being at the lowest rate it's ever been in America.
Because everybody's working 2 or 3 jobs.
Wait. Once you're employed, you don't get to get counted again for 2 and 3 jobs. No, you don't. Once you're employed, you don't get to count again for employment. No, that is not how it works. You have to be. They're only counting the unemployed. They're not counting the employed. They're only counting the unemployed. The rate is the unemployment rate, not the employed rate. They're only counting the unemployed. So 2 and 3 jobs don't matter, buddy. That don't go. You are unemployed. This rate is lower than it's ever been in 75 years. What you got to say to that? 75 years strong. I'm talking about every president. 75 years of America, and Biden's got it lower, even lower than it was with COVID.
I don't even have to argue this. Are you applauding what he's done? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking.
Like what you
I'm saying I'm stating facts and asking you what you think about it. I'm not asking about Biden. I'm asking you.
If you're applauding the fact that unemployment is less than it's been for the last 75 years, and that
you don't think that's a good thing?
It's done an amazing thing by that.
You don't think it is?
I mean, look at the actual details.
You don't think it is? I don't say look at details. Answer the question. Stop telling me to look. I already looked. That's how I got the facts.
I can tell you yes or no. It doesn't really matter.
Why it doesn't? That's what we're here to do. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, it looks better on paper.
I didn't say what it looks better. I said what do you have to say about it?
I will tell you about me. I have to work harder. I have to put my dreams down.
This is not about you,
man. Well, it kind of is.
I mean, we're not here to, like, they people, like you said, we're on waste of it. They don't want to know what's going on with your life. They can go to your Facebook page and figure that out. We're here to talk about the stuff.
What are you asking me then?
I just asked you.
I mean, simply, I would say yes. I was trying to give you an example of how I've got to figure my life out and go, okay, I got to be simpler on this. I got to, just kind of, all of my aspirations have to be put back. I've got to figure out how to do this. I mean,
what does that have to do with what we talk about?
Income.
So, what does that have to do with unemployment rate?
Okay, maybe it doesn't. No, I mean, if that's what you want to argue.
That's what we were talking about. I asked the question. We're talking about the unemployment rate, and you start talking about you. I'm sticking to the subject. Like,
okay. So you made more money this year than you did last year.
I'm making more money. This year I had to finish it.
I probably will make more money too. It's been on my hustle.
So when
again,
last year was Biden's fault, when you're doing better this
it
year.
was never Biden's fault.
Okay,
Nothing's ever-
okay. Well, I'm glad somebody can say that because
But-
I see so much of that. It's his fault. It's his fault. And I'm
Dude,
just like,
everything's always my fault. First of all, like no, really, like everything that I
legitly,
do
yes,
is
legit,
my fault.
legitly, yeah.
Everything that I do with every decision I've made
Legitly, everybody.
on business is
Nobody
my
to
fault.
blame.
And I will say it right here in front of everybody. I mean, I have made decisions in the last 10 years or so that have cut my income, but I'm doing it for something that may happen in the future.
Yeah,
Right. So that's on me.
Yeah, I mean,
That's on me.
everybody's got to
Saying
do
it
their
right
own
here.
thing. Everybody's got to do their own thing. But
I mean, you tell me. You don't have to do everything I just did, but is it on you or is it on the government?
what? Like, I don't never take that stance, bro. You'll never hear me saying it's on the government. I don't care about government. But this show is about the government. First, I don't care about it. I talk about it because it's an issue to talk about it. And as of my page 4 years ago, I realized it was an issue because my page went stone crazy. That's how the Great Room got formed. So I realized it's an issue that people need to talk about. But I also realized when they don't talk about it, we get to the atmosphere we had with Trump, which is when friends and family members break up because you like one other opponent, which is stupid. And I think it's only because of him, because it never happened in America. So why I don't like him is the atmosphere he puts America in. That's the number one. That's the number one thing I don't like.
If we could get past that,
Can we get past that? No, black people die. We're not gonna get past that. Black people die. Nah, I'm not gonna get past that because we die in the street when it gets like that. Nah, we're not gonna get past it.
about Trump,
What you mean?
I said if we could get past the person is the problem.
What you mean as a person?
Trump.
What do you want to do? Solve the problem?
I'm saying if we could get past, making him the problem.
He's running for president. He's the only thing to talk about. I don't know what else you want to talk about on Rock and Red, but that's what we do. We're here to talk about political stuff. There's nothing locally to talk about. We're here to talk about political. He's running for president. There's nobody else to talk about. He's getting talked about. And he is an easy example. He's an easy example of what not to do. So why would I not admire, I like good examples, like Coach Prime before the fall. I love that example because we got to see it. If you didn't believe it, boy, you felt it after he was 4-12. You know that was Pride before the fall. Because you heard this and you saw those L's so line up and go up. So I like good examples. As a minister, good examples is what you live for, especially ones that are happening right before our eyes and everybody can see. Like somebody who will try to pimp Bibles who can't even read the Bible. Did you heard that man read the Bible? Did you see him say, turn to Corinthians 2, 3? 2 Corinthians, not 2. It's not 2 Corinthians, it's 2 Corinthians. Nobody ever says 2 Corinthians. That's a man who's never read the Bible. That person's going to hell for trying to pimp God. Say I'm wrong. And if you're going to hell, you don't need to be running America, period. That's the way I feel. You feel like he's going to hell, but you don't have no biblical stance. Oh, but you said Biden is?
I was asking you a question.
I don't.
Going to
Biden doesn't. He doesn't exhibit and exploit his stuff like Trump does. Trump exploits his and then try to tell you. He tried to give you shit and tell you it's cake.
I think we're all confused.
Ooh, no, we're not.
I mean,
I'm very legitimately right now. I'm fasting, man. I'm very focused.
Well, these people, like, just to be honest, these people that we have right now.
Who say these people? Who's
All of them.
Well, I mean, say names, because I really need you to say some names specifically, because I don't know who you're talking about.
Our entire Congress, House.
Okay, so Congress and House. I mean, we talk about them when midterms come back around, but that's not where we at right now.
Who do we go for?
Who do we go for?
Nobody. Or like, who do we even support? Because I don't know.
I don't support the House and represent all that stuff.
Right. So we have our mayors, like Sean.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I mean, what do you mean support? I don't have to support anybody. I don't know what you mean. What you mean by support?
I don't know.
I either vote for you or I don't. I don't support you.
I don't know anymore either.
I mean, what do you support? You say support. What do you mean by support?
I'm asking you a question. I have no idea either.
No, I'm asking you to define support. You said who we support. What do you mean support? I don't support nobody. You asked the question, but
We
you
have
have to clarify.
our local government.
On a local level, what do you mean? I don't have to support nobody. Again, why would I have to support them? They're already in office.
Why do we pay taxes?
Why do we pay taxes? So you got roads, so you got lights. So 45 can get expanded.
Who we pay them to?
What do you mean? Why are you asking questions everybody know?
I'm sorry. I'm just. That's kind of where we are.
What you mean? Where is that?
Exactly.
Okay, you talking like Joe Rogan, and that shit don't fly with me. I don't know what you're talking about. You're like, exactly. You're not saying nothing exactly. It's like, what do you mean? Where are we? Exactly. No, that's that Joe Rogan talk. Say that shit for Joe Rogan. I'm talking real facts right here. We can talk. We can name names. We can talk facts. We can talk numbers. You know what lie? Words. You know what don't lie? Numbers. So I like to talk numbers, and that's why I like to look at the numbers when it comes to Joe Biden. And when you look at the numbers, besides his approval rating, the nigga's better than most. Let's put it like that. He's better than most presidents.
According to what?
The numbers. I just said that. Yes, I just said that. The numbers, numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Those things say he's better than most presidents we've had in the last few years, and especially the one we had before.
Okay, so in your heart of hearts, you believe that, like your life is better.
I don't have to believe it. It's a
You're going
fact.
circles.
I'm talking facts. I'm not talking. I don't have to believe a fact. Facts don't need you to believe them to be true. You understand it, right?
So where do we go from here?
It's a fact that Trump lost. You don't have to believe it. It's a fact. That's why he ain't been there for 4 years.
Okay, so let me get back on track. I will try my best. What do you think is best for us to do ourselves to get on track as a country? Because we're everything's being inflated. Everybody has less money to spend. What do we do?
You think you can do something about that as a person?
No.
So why are you asking me what to do then? No. You asked me what should we do. There's nothing you can do. You want to stop inflation? Move to another country.
Okay, so that's what we do.
No, I ain't say that's what we do. I said if you want to stop it. I don't want to stop it because I understand it's part of a capitalistic society, and we live in a capitalistic society.
Yeah.
So why are you mad at what we believe in?
So do you know what we have to do to continue this? We have to keep raising interest rates, right?
No.
A couple more points.
Who is we?
The Fed.
Okay, we not. I'm not the Fed, so don't put me in there.
So we're
They have
not
to
there
do it.
yet. We have another couple of points that we have to move this on to keep fucking things up, to make people completely.
No, to pay for all the COVID checks that everybody got. That's why the interest. There ain't no possibility to it.
Well, sure. I mean, whatever,
That's exactly what we're
whatever you
paying
would make
for.
it. Yeah,
Why
of
else
course.
would the interest rates be so high when we gave out free money?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. That's not my point. Like, whatever it is to pay for is objective. But what I'm saying is they got to raise it a couple of points to get it going for people to quit buying houses outside of corporations.
They gotta do what they gotta do.
You have one.
Yeah, what they gotta do?
You're good. Don't move anywhere.
I'm good regardless of who's in the front president or what they do. They can shut America down. I'm still good because I don't rely on them.
I didn't think I did, but I mean, shit happens.
If you don't rely on them, why are you so mad at what they do?
I'm just pointing out facts, man. For everything.
I mean, but it's a fact. But people don't point out facts about it. Like I don't point out that there was a crackhead just walked past here who ain't had no pants on because it's not a fact that I care about.
That's sort of his fault.
Yeah,
Like, whatever happens, that's his fault.
It ain't nobody's fault. What I'm saying is I don't care about that, so I didn't say nothing about that. People say something because the Bible tells out the abundance of the heart, the mouth will flow. You're not talking about it because you don't care. You're talking about it because you do care. That's what the Bible tells you. And people who don't believe that think people talk, and they didn't mean that. No, they meant that. You don't run your mouth unless it come out your heart. And what's in your heart is what you believe. True that? Yeah, so this is why I'm okay with the world the way it is. Because I don't see it the way other people see it. Other people see it through the world's lens. I see it through God's lens, and I know what's going on. This gross darkness because we're close to the end, and people will be lovers of self, and people will be false prophets and hold up Bibles and sell them. All that stuff, and those people there are called. See, somebody got mad at me because I called Trump the Antichrist with a little a. I said, well, you need to read Revelation 16:3, where it says there will be little Antichrists who come and try to act like me and use my name. and they will be called little antichrist because they follow the big antichrist. So I call him little antichrist.
I mean,
91
certainly there's reason to look at those things because I believe that is real.
I mean,
and I think we're there.
I don't know about there.
I mean, we're getting close.
We won't see it in our lifetime. People say that all the time. No, our kids won't see it. See, people say close in whose time? Man or God? See, yeah, because we're close in God's time. I just read the Bible verse. When the Bible was written, it was close. Because it's a blink of an eye to him.
That is one thing that I've begun to realize about everything that I'm thinking is crazy right now is a lot of this shit has happened before.
Yes! It's in the Bible. That's why it don't faze me, bro. It don't faze me because it's in the Bible. And if you read the Bible all the time, you're like, bro, this already happened. The word insurrection is in the Bible. The word insurrection is in the Bible. And people surprised that it happened in America. Wow, we moving like Babylon. We moving like Babylon. What's supposed to happen?
I've never disagreed with that. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah, we moving like Sodom and Gomorrah. Everybody else that God don't like.
There's a part of me that and you're somebody who follows the Bible, you know, obviously religiously. But I've been looking at it like, yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like
it's the things we do. We sowing seeds. In America, this where Malcolm X said the chickens gonna come home to roost, bro. They're gonna come home. They're gonna come home to roost, and when they come, America likes to sit there and act like, oh, we don't know what happened.
We're the people that somehow have ended up in this shit that we're gonna have to deal with on that level. I guess, like whatever that means. Like, what do you think?
I think if America, I think if Trump becomes president, America will take the worst turn it has ever taken, and that will take you to the end of America.
So, okay, that's fair enough if you feel that way. So the alternative is what?
Stay where we are. Stay where we are. What you mean the alternative is what? Who's the other person running? That's a stupid question. Ain't no other. That is the alternative. Biden, stick with Biden, let him sleep his ass off, fall asleep, die in the White House, whatever you want to do. But I bet you we will not be dealing with the crap we're going to be dealing with that man. The problem is that sucker going to try to run after Biden done again. At doggone 90-some years old, he will try to run again because it is not about American people. It's about his ego, and that's what it's called, what the Bible says, love of self.
I'm listening to you, and I think, you know, it's consider there.
I move like that, bro. Like I look, instead of looking at things like, bro, I can look like I tell people, I don't like Democrat judges, period. I don't never vote for a Democrat judge. I always vote for Republican judges. Now, those are the only Republicans I like. I tend to not like the ones way up high. I don't like the ones way up high. But the judges, I like Republican judges. I never voted for a Democrat judge. Never. They don't judge fair. They think they think everybody's trying to get over there. They think everybody's on welfare or trying to dupe the system. But Republicans don't necessarily think that. They think about give you a chance, let's see if you do right. So I tend to like Republican judges. Now, when it comes to certain issues, they can't be wrong on them. They can't be wrong on them because they're so out of touch with this community or that community. So they can be very out of touch. Like, did you hear the woman who killed the 2-year-old baby? And high on meth, and didn't go to jail not one day. Killed her 2-year-old baby. This is don't kill the day the other day. Killed her 2-year-old baby. No, it wasn't. It was on Just with the Mix. She killed her 2-month-old baby. Her 3-year-old daughter testified. She saw mama put the pillow on the 2-year-old and the 2-month-old and the baby died, but she's high on meth. Do you think it was a crackhead? We get a different sentence? Because on meth means she was white. On crack means black. You know that. So she was on meth. She got 0 time, and the child got released back into custody. Democratic judge.
I agree.
Democratic judge. That's why I don't like it. That's what I mean. Democratic judge today. That's the rule. Like that's
however you get there, man. I agree with you.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense.
It's not even about Democrat or Republican.
It's
about principles.
It is, but
it's about what's real, man. If we think about this, and
yes, it is about what's real. But what you pledge to matters.
I don't think we should pledge to anything.
Republicans are pledging.
Okay. Well, I have never done that.
I don't even pledge to America. No, I don't say the pledge of allegiance. I stand for the flag. I don't put my hand on my heart, and I don't pledge to nothing but God.
As long as you don't pledge to the Democrats, I don't pledge to the Republicans.
Yes, but no, every Republican has to pledge to Trump right now. You don't think that?
I think you have other options.
What's the other option?
Well, no, not as
if you want to be a Republican right now, what's your other option?
I mean, your other, it's RFK. He's a Democrat. So.
His whole family didn't even endorse him. Did you see that?
I did.
The whole family.
Again, look at what we have.
How does that happen, bro?
How are we gonna have everybody? How is everybody gonna follow that guy?
I can't follow him anyway, and it may be a superficial reason, but his voice is just too shaky. I think that's gonna come off wrong when we're in a hard situation, like your voice getting all shaky. It's not gonna. We're gonna feel like you're not confident, and that might just be a physical thing with him. But I feel like, man, something it requires confidence. Like it requires that. Look,
the shitty thing is, it's not that he's not
confident. It just sounds like his voice. Yeah, his voice, and it's a horrible
Life's
thing.
a bitch, man. Like,
Yes,
that's how it goes.
but that just means you're not supposed to be president. That's all it means. Go put that to some good use somewhere else and find a good man and back him rather than being about your ego. Know how to play the tambourine and get in the back and just be the tambourine player. Stop trying to be the lead singer.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be not Ringo.
Again, I'm not endorsing him necessarily. You like the Beatles a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm a Beatles.
Yeah. Making the Beatles right.
I'm a Beatles. Hey, if you didn't know, I'm a Beatles.
Shit up a little
Yeah,
bit.
I am a Beatles man. I'm a Beatles man. Look, I got Beatles posters with my stuff.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I was gonna have no direction today, and I certainly.
Now let's finish up with the music, like we always do.
Okay, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
Music. Did you hear the New Zero? Get a gospel? You listen to New Zero?
I have not heard his whole thing.
Ooh. Boy,
Is that remake that him and Propane did? Swinging and Banging? That's an old one, right?
That's old. I'm talking about new album just dropped. Get on gospel. Jam. Hey, boy. Yeah, it's jam. I'm waiting on the Mexican OT album to come out. We got some hot singles out there. We just going back and forth.
Your shit is jamming, man.
That's the one with us.
Are we doing it right now? I suppose some of this is going to be part of that video.
Yeah, I mean the video ain't out. It's it's Thugger. I don't know who the other kid was. I don't even know who the tall Mexican dude. I mean, tall. I ain't never seen Mexican that tall skinny. Like he play basketball. But he tall, like tall skinny dude. He represented. He wasn't lacking on the verse. I cut for the song. I mean, it's a nice stick, swingers and Escalades. I mean, come on. Horns and Escalades, like cattle and big trucks.
You talking about OT shit?
No, I'm talking about the song with Slim Thugger and Mexican OT.
Yeah.
The songs, that's the song I was talking about. But yes, that's pretty much it. Boys, it's getting cloudy out here. It's getting cloudy out here. I hope they hold on to it, folks. But that's it.
So this one, 8 days ago, bull riding.
Yeah.
How hard?
Yeah, well, they didn't see it. But
I know.
but yes, that's that. Like I say, as far as music, I think he's resurfacing some things in Houston. I think it's big city, but it's still gonna be categorized as Houston. Los was from Pasadena. That's up on Mexico. I actually knew it. Maybe it's still second city before we got to do it. But yeah, man, I think the music scene is doing good. Besides that, did you hear about the Houston scandal?
Houston scandal?
Yeah.
What? Government? What?
Yeah, the city of Houston's broke. They're in the hole $500 million. You didn't know that one? See, I tell people.
I've known about this, but is there something new that's happened?
What you mean something new? They just found out.
I mean, there's so much shit going on. I have no.
They're investigating Sylvester Turner, which I don't think they're gonna find anything. But how can the city of Houston get in the hole $500 million? $500 million, bro. That's almost $1 billion. That's half $1 billion.
I've long, kind of lost confidence in our city government. I've seen some shit.
Why?
I've known a little bit about.
I've always felt like Houston handled their business.
I think they're better than a lot of people. We're better than Chicago.
We're one of the most prosperous states, one of the most prosperous cities, fourth largest
so how do we
metropolitan.
fuck up off, all that oil money? I have no idea. How do we do that?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I have yet to dig into it, but I think it has something to do with mismanagement of funds.
Of course.
Because there's
That's
no
what I'm
way if all the property in Houston, all the businesses, there's no way with the taxes alone, they should break even.
Well,
At least break even, not be profitable, but at least break even. But 500 million in the hole. My thing is, why we didn't hear about it until Sylvester Turner's out of office and it's 500 million? Why we didn't hear when it was like 85
I'll
dollars?
quit being funny about this. I'll quit being funny. Well, if we're talking about the last 3 years or so, it's of course, office buildings in downtown and elsewhere not taking in as much, tax revenue as they have in the past, and I would assume that's the same thing in every other major American city. That boy's on swangers. Right. Anyhow,
What
I mean, it's
what do you mean not taking in tax money?
every major city is losing money on, among other things, the taxes that they're
Explain to me how this lives in the same nation. The city's losing money on taxes, but people are overpaying taxes. How do we have both?
You just made my point. I mean, how? I don't know the answer either, but we're still doing it. No, it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense when somebody's mismanaged.
Of course.
So,
I'm
is it in the person or is it in the system?
It's probably in the system and the person, but it's more or less in the system.
But if it's in the system and a person can, what,
I don't
do you think this new mayor is coming in being a whistleblower trying to fix the problem, or is he just trying to bring light on the last mayor? Be like,
Dude, I remember when Emily King's dad was running. I don't know if you knew her, but Bill King ran against Sylvester Turner. He was a Republican. He wasn't an Atlanta, but he was a Republican. He was a mayor of Pima.
Okay.
Maybe fuck that up.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was running as a Republican for Houston. He lost, so I could have maybe told you the answer how he might manage shit better if he had won, but I'm not sure.
Do you think you just said it wasn't the person? You said it's the system. So how can
I'm thinking this in real time, just like you are.
Yeah. But I'm saying if it's the system,
I don't know.
Can a person come in and change it?
I mean,
if it's the system,
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're just being
if we're
honest.
saying it's the system, that's what I think. I got a rule. You just throw it all away. Let's start over. You have to throw it all away and start over. And there's my next question. Do you think it needs and is it possible? No. Do you think America needs a full legislative, the whole branch, legislative, all that stuff? Do you think it needs a whole legislative revamp?
I do.
Now,
I mean,
how deep do you think that thing need to go? Talking down to
and now, do you believe that?
I
Or
think
do you not believe that?
I
Do
think
you
some.
think that we can fix this shit?
I think it can be fixed. I think everything can be fixed. I think it can. I think it has to. Everything can be fixed if you go about it the right way. It's like I don't look at a house and be like, "No, we can't fix that." No, we might have to do this, to do that, and that's what it's going to take. And it's possibly only one or two paths. The problem is people think there's a wide path to getting back, and there's not. That's a narrow path to getting right. And if the path is narrow, it doesn't alleviate for bullcrap. I mean, let's just talk about this.
I don't know if it's possible. I'm just trying to have a.
I hate to keep coming back to this point, but this is what I mean by broken systems. How many presidents you ever seen endorsing products selling besides Trump? Products. Just name it.
I honestly can't recall.
Never.
To be
But
honest.
do you honestly think he's doing that because he got bank or because he broke his hell and he owned his acres?
Hey, so can I get your card again?
Yeah.
I need your card again. I'm getting out my. I'm the one that had to get out my document.
It gives me a second to think about this. A lot of these are just questions that we're just popping back and forth that could go either way.
Yeah. So what do you think? Honestly, man. He's as rich as he says he is. Period.
I mean, probably not. Probably no.
What does that mean? You telling me everybody lie about how much money they got?
Probably.
Why?
I mean, if we're gonna have this argument,
I don't think it's an argument. I think it's a
Probably
discussion.
not argument, but I mean, probably a lot of people that have a little bit of money, or even if you have a tiny bit of money, you're going to maybe say you have more than you do. I don't know, man.
But
I don't try to
listen
do
to
that.
this. Listen to this argument.
That's just
Listen
me.
to
I
this
can't
argument.
make generalizations about everybody.
It's not making a generalization about everybody. I'm asking your opinion. And you have an opinion, so please
Of
say
course.
it. Okay, so please say your opinion. Stop saying I
Okay,
can't say it. You
it-
can't
it-
say it.
it's
Yeah, I gave you the right.
It's,
You need
it's,
that.
it's Trump fluffing his shit a little bit, like everybody else, of course, probably.
Well, okay, so I take that back because everybody's not. Because regular people, if they say they make more, they get taxed more. So that's a lie. That's not what everybody's
done
doing.
this before on
Yeah, but the regular people, if they say they make more, that means if I say I made more money, I pay more taxes.
right.
So I'm not gonna
depends on
fluff.
what context and what company
In
you're
fact,
if you're with the tax assessor, you make nothing. If you're with your homies, well, not me, but if you are and you just want to flex, then you're not even your homies. I mean, fucking whoever you would say that to. I don't know. I would say I would make less to everybody. Like, that's what I would do.
I'm just not a bagger. I'm not a boaster.
Well,
not no
I
more.
didn't know if everybody was like that, but I myself,
But I don't think nobody. I don't know nobody who tries to say.
more than.
Some people, yeah, they'll try to in conversation, but he's not on trial for conversation. He's in trial for putting it down on paper and giving it to a bank and saying, "Give me money based on that." That's 4 lies. You see how they
That
became
was
4
like
lies?
94 lies. Or
Well, no, that's not. There's 91. But in that one thing saying that I make more money, and then I make more money, give it to the bank, give me money based on that, and then I'm gonna also leverage against that. You know, all these are lies. That's just one, but that's just the lie. The case is way bigger because in that lie there are many legalities that he has broken in that one lie that complicated to many lies. And this, I tell you, how in the world can anybody fix their mind and say, I want that guy to be what my children look up to?
I understand what you're saying. How about this? How about if he was gone, there was somebody else that was just here, that was still standing for the same shit?
Get him out of there. We've been standing for Trump. Don't stand for nothing, bro. Can't nobody tell me a policy he has. He doesn't stand for nothing. Tell me one of his policies right now. I promise you I'll wait. Let me get down on one knee. I'm gonna be here for a minute.
Turning things around. Do you feel like anything is going bad right now in this world, in this country?
The whole world is gone bad, bro. It's supposed
Absolutely.
to. It's supposed to, but it ain't
Okay.
Biden's fault.
Okay, so
It's supposed to.
that, and that's something we can talk about now. So this is biblical once again, right?
No,
Like we're here because we're supposed to be.
no, no.
So why are we here?
We talking Biden and Trump, but I just preach for 3 hours. I'm not going back to preaching. You know what we're talking about. If you want to have a church session, you probably need to tune into us.
I'm trying to figure out why we're here as people, because every time you and I talk, I'm either better or worse.
You say, why are we here? As people, we're here to praise God, period. That's your whole life.
Let's do that. You want to pray?
I just prayed for 3 hours.
Okay. so
We're
you
here
don't
to
wanna
talk
pray.
about rock and red and political issues. I don't know why you try to jump back to my other show.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Well, you just asked me if I wanted to pray.
I mean, I'm trying to have a meeting with this man.
Our show is about political issues.
Okay. Is that what
Not
it is?
praying. Yes, that's what our show is about.
I
Getting
didn't
you
know
to
that we had
focus.
boundaries, because I thought we could talk about other shit. Slap.
We can talk about that. Ain't no slam. That's an
I
old
mean,
ass
but
car.
that is a motherfucking.
That's an old ass Lincoln. That's an old
Alright,
Buick. That ain't no slam.
No, really, dude. Honestly, I thought our show was about just anything and everything, also
No.
political things.
I mean,
So,
any and everything.
we can't talk
what-
about rap. We can't talk about
You
life.
can talk about whatever, but politically is what we're talking about right now. That's what's happening. Do you have something in life to talk about? Do you have a rapper to talk about? I have political stuff to talk about. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
If
That's
you
fair
have
enough,
something
man.
to talk about, you should bring it to the
especially, Not
table.
especially. I just wanted to know what our
Exactly.
facts
I'm talking. So I have
Okay,
something to talk
so
about.
that's
You
what-
don't have nothing to talk about. That's why we're talking about it.
Sure.
Because you have to understand the assignment and be prepared. Bring something.
man.
If you bring something to talk about, we can talk about it. But if you don't have nothing to
It's,
talk,
it's there, but I mean, at this point, how
yeah,
long
it's
do we have?
15 minutes.
Okay.
That's how quick I am. Time on it. But I got a natural metronome. But like I say, I have stuff to talk about. Metronome is how you measure.
I know what a metronome is. I've been in band.
Yeah,
See,
you
that's
looked at me
another
like,
thing
what
we
is
talk about. When you
metronome?
talk about music, talk about that's fine.
But like, you know how many podcasts is about music?
Yours?
I don't have a podcast about music.
No, I'm sorry. I misunderstood your question.
You know how many podcasts that are
Oh,
about
of
music?
course.
Yeah, a lot. Like, and that, neither one of us is in the music.
Well,
But I make songs,
Diddy.
but you're not in
Like,
the music.
I mean, that's the only thing.
I don't like talking about like stuff that like doesn't affect anybody. Trump affects everybody. Diddy won't affect you.
It probably
That's a
affects lot of
distraction. People want to talk about Diddy. Hey, get out of my face. You want to talk about what the J. Cole and Drake and Kendrick Lamar's versus hotter? Get out of my face. When your grandkids ask you, they're not going to ask you about J. Cole, Drake, or Kendrick Lamar. They're going to ask you, why you let that fool from America? Why you vote for him? Why you let him do this? Why y'all didn't stop him? The same thing would have happened.
You really feel like that's the way it's going to be? Like, why didn't you stop Trump from getting in office?
If he gets back in office, he'll look like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, we're
As
kind of a
as a father
disagreement
of
now.
6 daughters, yeah, they're gonna ask me why you let him have. Because none of them will be able to control their body. He will. And his Supreme Court will tell them what
So
to do with
this
their
is
body.
about abortion.
What are you saying this is about? This show
I'm
is about
asking
every
for a
political topic that we're talking about. And these are all the political topics. It's about everything that's political, which abortion is a huge political topic. So yes, it is.
If that's a big, big thing.
It's not a big thing for me. It's a big thing for women. I'm not a woman. I don't have a womb. It's a big thing for women. They like to. I tell you what if somebody told you you could not use condoms anymore?
I mean, do you want to know my honest answer, which is been my answer?
No, I asked you because I want you to lie to me. Yes, I want to know your honest answer.
You have restraint in what you do, and you don't make babies that you don't want with women that you don't want to make babies with.
You think everybody who needs an abortion, that's what it
That's
is.
how I've always lived my life, and apparently nobody else can. But that's how I live my
That
life.
is really judgmental and sad that you think everybody's like that because
Well-
every child I ever had is living,
Well,
including the
that's
one I made in
what-
Vegas.
and I would
Including the
never-
one I made in
and I would
Vegas and
never-
paid child support before she was born.
I
and still
would
pay child
never-
support.
I would never be against that.
No, it ain't a bit against
I
that,
just
but what
said-
you just said is,
I just said I have restraint.
yeah, and you judged everybody else and said they don't. You said they've done it and nobody else lives like that. There's judgment and
If you
it's a
say so,
generalization.
then- yeah, I mean, if
I
that's how
mean,
you
go
feel.
back and watch the tape. It's exactly what you said.
I mean, I know what I said. I know how I live my life, and other people can live theirs however they want to. And everybody can be mad about that if they want to.
Yeah, but we're talking about abortion rights.
I would never abort a kid. That's what I'm getting at. Is I've been in actually a situation where
So what if you never aborted a kid? What if somebody aborted your kid for you without telling you?
I mean they shouldn't be able to do that as far as I'm
What you mean they
concerned.
should? What world do you live in?
I live in a world where I don't come in chicks.
So,
I
wait.
don't wanna,
So
I mean, just being honest with you, dude. Like
maybe we had two different experiences with women, but I had a different experience. Boy, please, woo-hoo, we had a different experience with women. But I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, again, I'm making my point. Get mad if you want to, man. But like, dude, I mean, just whatever. Don't. I mean, make good choices.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with abortion rights. Yes, but you said
I would never abort a kid if it was on me.
nobody's asking you what you would do with a kid, bro. We're talking about abortion rights for the world. Like
Well,
nobody.
And once again, okay, so maybe that's a better answer. Despite what I said, anybody can do what they want to. I'm not against abortion. I don't like it. I don't
So,
like that it exists.
What do you have to say about what happened in Alabama with the IVF?
I don't know. What is that?
What? You're gonna need to do some homework before we do
I
the
don't
show.
have to do homework on shit that doesn't affect me.
IVF is you know what it is, right?
Not really. What is that?
In vitro, where they take the egg, put it in the baby, because they said fetuses are children. As soon as it's a fetus, these IVF babies have become fetuses. Guess what? Now it is against the doctors. It's a rule that because they made abortion, that means these are kids. So now you can't do what you want with those little eggs and those frozen babies. In vitro, IVF. How many rich people get pregnant?
Okay, so what you're saying is that
No, this is just facts. I'm saying. I'm not saying anything. These are all facts. I'm stating what the issue is.
so for people that want to freeze their eggs and have a baby later, am I getting this correct? That they're not able to, or they are, or what?
Because that is, if you said that baby is a baby, as soon as you fertilize the eggs, those are fertilized eggs. get IVF a baby. Now the rights change on that. See how you can mess up stuff and you're not paying attention? It
I'm
affects
not
everybody.
paying attention to any of it because this is not one of my like frontline issues. Because I'm never
It's the
going to
frontline issue of the candidacy.
I mean-
What are your issues? If you're not paying attention to the issues that's on front, what are your issues?
Probably not having a whole bunch of people coming into our country and having inflation.
Let me ask you. Let me question.
And giving money to everybody else.
Let me ask you
This is
a
gonna be
good
the
question.
best motherfucking
Boy,
podcast we
This
ever
is
had.
gonna be a good question, Brian. Let me ask you a question. Do you have sex more than you deal with illegal immigrants? Boom.
Probably neither, dude. Like, I mean, I don't.
Okay, that's saying.
Well, no,
What you mean neither? Ain't no neither. Dude,
I don't
it's
deal with illegal immigrants.
okay. So why are you so worried about it?
I'm talking about what's going to happen to us as a country.
No. I asked you a question. See, you have sex, which means you can have a baby more than you can deal with an immigrant because you don't even deal with immigrants. But you have sex, don't you? You've had it before, haven't you? So you can have a baby. So the abortion thing does affect you. But guess what? The illegal immigrants don't because you're one. So why are you worried about illegal immigrants when abortion's right here?
I
But you
use
don't see that.
condoms, bro, and that's what it is, man. I mean,
And you don't think condoms break. I guess you ain't never had a girl try to
No,
get herself
I-
pregnant. You ain't
I've
never get a condom poked on you?
I've had a scare and it didn't work out. But what I said, and this has nothing to do with anything.
You're worried about yourself, and this is not about you.
Of course,
This,
because I need to be. Apparently, I need to be worried about other people making fucked up instead
No.
of myself.
I mean, that's what you're worried about when you worry about the government.
In my life, I worry about what I do, and I try to not.
So
have
why are you
decisions.
worried about immigrants then?
Jesus, because we're making bad decisions right now.
You say you don't worry about nobody, but I'm worried about the immigrants. Wait, what? The people with abortions are Americans. Why worried about immigrants than
I'm not
Americans?
so much worried about what's happening right now, right here, but there are problems that are happening in other cities and other countries with immigrants. And I'm not
You really? Other cities,
like Chicago, New York.
people who not
They
by the
have
border,
to shut their schools down to house
they didn't
immigrants.
shut the school down. They let them use
Am I
the
lying?
school. They didn't shut it down. They didn't take the kids out. They let them
I'm
use the
lying
school.
about this. Then.
No, you're misstating a fact. You're misstating the fact. They didn't shut school down. They let the kids do homeschool like we did when it was COVID for
That
a
was
week.
fucking wonderful, wasn't it? Was that a good thing?
No, let's not move the subject. Let's stay to the subject.
Okay.
I said let's do homeschool for a week, and then once we got these immigrants to where they needed to be, they went back to regular school. They did not shut the school down. You just misquoted the fact.
Sure.
So
I don't think so, man. Honestly, if we look this up, I don't think that I misquoted anything. But
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, did you hear the mayor go on the Breakfast Club? The mayor of New York. Who you talking about? Where it happened in New York, right? Talking
No,
about
I
you
did
didn't
not.
hear it?
I did
Okay,
not
okay.
watch the Breakfast Club
Okay.
interview of the mayor
Of the mayor of New York, because
I
he's the
can't.
one who shut it down and did it. So you would have heard it out the horse's mouth had you heard it. So I know it
Fucking
happened because
Charlemagne and them. Yeah.
well,
Right.
yeah, because that's. Do you realize they influence more than anything?
What does that say about anything?
That's
Does that make it right?
Yes, it does. What's wrong with black people influence?
Nothing.
All right, then. So what's wrong with it?
Breakfast Club.
What's wrong with it?
It's fine, man. Whatever.
What's wrong with them influencing?
I don't give a fuck who does what. But I know, that's a biased media thing when I see
What's
it.
biased?
Just like anybody else.
They had Candace Owens on there the same week.
I know, and that was wonderful. I like
It was
that.
not wonderful. It was somebody pandering who lost her job the same day and said, "Hold on, let me get these Democrats before they get me on out of here. Let me get
Well,
the cooning."
That's how you feel, man.
No, ain't how I feel, but I mean, obviously we're gonna see it do it because you see it through a lens. You see it through
Just
a lens.
like you do.
No, I see it through the Bible because I stand on Bible when I don't use my own stance. See, I can tell you why they're wrong with
Right
the
now,
Bible.
this is not your stance. This is the Bible stance that you're telling me right now. What you're saying to me.
Yes, all these
It's not
things.
agreeing. It's
These are all biblical stances. You want me to give you Bible verse and tell you how I don't go with Candace
you don't
Owens?
have to, man.
You want me to tell you how the Candace
I
Owens?
actually
Oh, the
trust-
Trump thing.
I
Oh, the
actually
immigration.
trust
You want me to give you the
president.
Bible on immigration? We can give you the Bible on immigration. It says treats immigrants like orphans. Treat them like a widow. So why are you worried about immigrants? You should be treating them better than you treat yourself. That's what the Bible says. And that's why I don't worry about immigrants. Abortion, it says a baby's not born until it actually takes its first breath. therefore it's not born. It ain't even abortion. It ain't even death. Yes, the Bible says that. Go check my sermon on abortion. I had 2 of them. See, I preach about these things, and I don't just talk about myself. I let God's word tell me what it is. So I know I stand on the Bible. So I speak about it. That's why I can freestyle, do all this stuff, and I don't even write sermons. I just write the Bible verses down. You want to see what my sermon look like today? It ain't number Bible verses. It ain't no words. This is all it is. Look. This is all it is. Look. There's no words whatsoever. What's the truth? It's just the Bible verses. It's just the verses. I don't write my sermons. I put the right stuff in the right place, and it comes out. And that's how we should be moving.
Let me say this about you, man. I listen to a lot of the shit you say, and I don't necessarily open up the Bible every day, but I listen to your shit, man. And I think you give me good advice in general. Because I don't lie. I don't get nobody my purpose, and I'm filtering it through God, which is
I'm not filtering it through God. God's filtering it through me.
That's a better way of saying
yeah,
it.
God's
Right?
filtering it through me. I
Don't
am the feature. He's the artist.
Right.
I'm the feature. He's the artist.
Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah. God's featured to me. This is not my thing at all. It's all him. But what I'm saying is, if people just look at it more like if you don't, like you say, who got time for a book, man? They got a Bible out.
Who's got time for a book? Unless I did. Let up.
Yeah, you did. But what I'm saying is, there's a Bible out. Read more than you listen to videos to get knowledge. I don't care. Like, bro, people who look at videos to get knowledge, like, bro, you gonna mess around and believe that doggone SpongeBob really like that doggone Squidward or some bull because you're watching. You're not reading. See, when you watch, it just gets in here. When you read, it gets in here.
I understand what you're saying because I know that myself.
Yeah, I mean, and people who don't read books. You want to see a book I'm reading right now? Called The Constitution. Why we should read it. That's just a book I'm one page in. I'm reading like 5 other books. I also just finished W.E. Du Bois' book. You see, I'm also reading a Sigmund Freud book on dreams right now. See, I don't just, there's a thing that is known, like I'm in ministry school. My professor shocked me when he said I should be reading 20 books a year. Just to have conversations with people, not to impress them, just so I can relate with everybody.
That's what we used to do to be able to have conversations.
That's what I
we're
still
having
do
right now. There's a few of us that do that.
I still do.
Or, you know,
Just to have conversation. That's why when I talk to people, and you know what I realize about most Republicans? They don't read. They don't know history. They don't know how the government
just
works.
made a generalization.
It's not a general statement. These are facts. I can pull them up on my Facebook. You want me to show you? When people sit here and tell me,
It doesn't matter if you could pull up facts on your phone.
These are actual Republicans who said this. That's
it
a fact.
matters what you say to people when you talk to them and what you guys get out of it. And if you can say that Republicans don't, you know,
It's never.
more books than
I didn't say they don't read more books. I said they don't actually know what they're talking about.
You might be. Look,
I mean,
let
they
me
don't
say this.
Like when I tell them, I'm like,
finish.
wait. You said what? Wait, that's not what happened. Like, where'd you get that fact from? I had a guy who told me on January the 6th, it was a peaceful ride, and they just opened the doors and let people in, and nobody died. Told me nobody died. He said there was no gun. There 4 people died.
Except for the woman that was shot.
Except for the woman who was shot in the face and the 3 guards that died. 2 guards died. One killed himself right after, and one died because he was trampled. Where do y'all get your information from? This is a fact. The man is dead. How can y'all sit here and say that? That's to me. That y'all consider nobody died. Yes, that man died and one killed himself from the embarrassment.
I know that somebody killed himself. I know that somebody was shot. I don't know about the other 2.
You don't know the man who got trampled, who was suffocated and trampled. The man who was screaming, between the doors, we saw him. You don't remember that guy. You didn't see that one. Somehow Republicans skip that fact, and that's my point made, how Republicans can skip a fact that everybody knows. We saw the man die. But y'all can skip that fact and then say, no, nobody died. Why would you? 4 died in that way. 4 people died as a
Let's make
result.
sure about the facts before we say all that.
I am very sure about it, including the man who killed himself. 3 down, 1 killed himself. Sure about that. The woman was not the only one who died. Another person got trampled. Another guard got trampled. 4. It doesn't matter if it was just one. If it was just one, how can you sit here and say that was right?
None of this is right.
No, none of this. We're
Right.
talking about this. Don't just say none of this. That's what the devil does. He twists it and then try to get you to think general. When we're only talking about this point, we're talking about January 6th. We're not talking about this January 6th. Was it right or wrong?
What's up, girl?
Hello.
Oh wow. Okay, so we're really gonna do this now. The only person that could break up this argument we're having.
What we got?
What's going
Let's
on?
get it.
What's the
What's up?
discussion?
Oh Lord,
Nice to see
There you
you.
go.
How
Hi.
are you?
Well,
this is Samina.
Samina, how you
Nice
doing,
to
bro?
meet you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fine, thank you. How are
Man,
you?
Doing pretty good. We come to
I
the
don't
end.
know what we could do beyond what we've just done. So get in here, I suppose, and
What you
talk.
got to bring to the surface?
What is the subject?
Arguing
No,
About
it's
politics.
politics. It's what's
about who's wrong and who's right, and
I don't know about who's wrong, who's right. What is wrong and what is right. Not who. What is wrong and what is
What's
right.
the subject? What's the point of view?
Well, the point of view is I'm an American. The subject is, are we at the turning point where if we pick one person, we can go down a dirty, slippery slope, or we pick the other one, we can just kind of wade the water right here and see where we at. What are your beliefs and what do you think?
In terms of politics, I think that everyone who comes into office fills their own agenda and moves on. I don't think that anyone in a very long time has actually come in to actually make things better for the Americans.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Now, saying that, you as a female, as a woman, how do you feel about the government telling you whether you can have an abortion or not? Not that you would, but how do you feel about that right?
It's a woman's right.
Thank you.
You know, nobody knows what her circumstances are, what the situation is. And you have all these people standing outside the clinics offering to pay for ultrasounds, but when you get into the practicality of life, there's diapers, there's formula, there's what expenses are there not?
Oh
And
my
nobody's
God.
there.
Thank you. Right. Look, my thing is they want you to abort. They want you to have the child, but they want to stop Planned Parenthood. Who gives you prenatal vitamins? Planned Parenthood. Who gives you help with that baby after you have that baby? Planned Parenthood. See, I don't understand that agenda. Let's stop that.
I've
But then
never
make
said
you have the
anything
baby,
against
then
that.
take the.
Remember that.
I didn't say you said anything against it. I just said the guy who you want to vote against is against that. I'm just saying the guy who you want to vote for is against that. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to get people to understand that you can't say I think this way and then vote for this guy and then be like, I don't believe what he said.
Me and say that I said this because I did.
The problem is anyone that we choose to vote for, they're not going to be in line with our values 100%. We're going to have to assess who is more for what we would like to represent.
The lesser evil.
Yes.
Yes. I like that because that's all we got right now. It's the lesser evil. I think that's a good starting point. That's all we got is the lesser evil right
I
now.
mean,
We don't have a good
that's
choice.
all we're gonna come to, man. If
Oh, well, I know
between you and I, man.
we hadn't. How can we have a good choice when it's the same two people from last time?
Bro, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, like you
sit
can't.
here and argue with each other about
It's like somebody saying, "Hey, go get a new relationship." They chose me. No. I want a new relationship.
So what do you feel? I know we have a lot of problems. What do you feel is the solution?
I think there is no one specific solution because America is such a melting pot. If you try to get one solution, you're gonna hurt somebody. One solution for one race is a prosecution for the other. I mean, what's good for the rich people is bad for the poor, correct?
But don't you think it's time to get better people or
I think
better
we need young-
suited people
I think we need young.
into office
I think we need
to
young.
actually strive to make the changes that
I
we
think
need?
we're shooting too old. I think we're the change in the guard has
There
already
should
happened.
be, yes, there
We need
should
young.
be an age limit.
Well, it is. I mean, but it's on the bottom. It's like you got to be 35 to do this. But it should be one on the top too that says, "Hey, we don't want an 80-year-old president." It should be that too.
Not only that, but what I've been hearing from a lot of the elders for a very long time is that we should actually strive to get our children into bureaucracy so that they can get, move towards and get into office and be the change that we want to see and implement it.
You know what I noticed? Like we always talk about the change, but what do we raise our kids most to be athletes.
What are we doing to work towards it?
We'll raise a little Michael Jordan, but we don't want to raise a little Barack. Nobody, who's trying to raise the next Barack?
It
Who's-
takes a lot of hard
It
work
takes hard
and
work,
dedication.
But I don't think our country is that focused. Like I could be raising the next leader. We're worried about raising the next money
Small
giver.
steps.
Yeah, we do need some
Small
time.
steps.
I think you said the key though, kids. I think we are stuck with older, and that's not working for us. I mean, just,
People who are up there and at that level and in that age group are already set in their ways. Generation after generation, there's always new change, and we need to bring fresh ideas, but I like to stick to the basics as well. And so
keep it simple,
the best thing that I feel is to encourage the kids and help them strive to take that path so they can be the change that we want to see.
I had to have somebody better than me step in.
No, thank you
No,
so much.
We're all saying
I
We're made to
appreciate
argue.
it.
That's what
I
we're made to
appreciate
we're
it.
made to argue. That's
you know,
we're made to argue. That's what we're made to do. We come up with two arguments. But I tell them that's iron sharpening iron.
It's very
we're not
healthy.
arguing against.
It's
I'm not
healthy
arguing.
to
Yes.
state your point of view to see where you can meet and what can be done about it.
And like the Bible says, it's iron sharpening iron. And wood don't sharpen. You're never gonna sharpen two pieces of wood from the other. But iron rubbing each other, hey, it's gonna sharpen irons, and that's what we're doing. And as long as you, and like I tell them all the time, tell me your opinion. I know you're like, oh no, give me your opinion. That's what you're here for.
You have to understand where everybody's coming from and open up the communication.
Yes.
Because everybody
He's
wants
like
to be
Simpsons.
loved and accepted and
do not
connect.
Whatever.
And so we all have our opinions according to our upbringing and where we came from and our experiences. So as long as we share and keep everything open, I feel like we can all find common ground to have a solution.
Where are you from?
I was born and raised in Houston.
Well,
Bay Ridge.
I'm from the Ridge. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's,
baby.
that's what I'm talking about. Man.
Well, hey man,
Another Bay Ridge representative.
another Bay Ridge representative. Hey man, I appreciate you. Right,
Yeah.
I forgot.
No, thank you so much for having
Look,
me.
I'm
I
hungry too.
really
I'm fasting too,
appreciate
so
it.
I'm waiting 6 o'clock. This is my last day of fasting. I've been fasting for 30 days.
I couldn't
Hey,
have had a better person come in. We were talking about
No,
this
I
earlier.
appreciate
She
it
goes,
so much.
well, what she said was on the text message, like, where do we tell people where to pull up? And I was like,
was that her?
yeah.
Okay, I saw that message.
Yeah.
I was on the way up here when I saw it. I was like, well, I hope she sees it. I didn't have time. I was
She's a
already
real
sitting
I
there.
was at another event and I left early because I really just wanted to. I know that I've known him since we were in elementary, and I know that whatever he's doing and
You know
whatever
him
the
that long?
cause is, yeah,
I'm not
it's-
as bad as you think that.
I wanted to be part of it.
Oh, just
Tell us a story. Give us a 5-year-old blind story. I'm just
I love
playing.
it. Let me say this though. I love the fact that you and Lizzie went to my dad's house and looked.
Yes,
Like 2
yes.
years ago.
We stopped by and said hi to him.
Yeah, they went
I mean,
to my
but like,
dad's
where
house
else you supposed to go?
looking for me like I was be at home.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you know somebody's parents still stay
Yeah.
there, that's the best bet, right?
Yeah.
You can't find somebody.
I love that.
If their parents don't know where they're at, most likely they don't want to be found. But
We had a wonderful
Yes.
childhood.
so wait, so she was a practitioner, just?
Oh
Yeah.
I
You
remember.
just? I mean, yes.
I ran.
Okay.
Right.
Man, that's my heart right there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Same
mine
time, we got our
too.
first tattoos together. Like
Mine
we was,
too.
we was flipped up. Man, shout out to Iran, wherever you at out there, boy. Hey man, this is another rock and red,
Yeah,
man.
baby.
I am.
I'm sorry, I didn't call you baby. I just whatever. I talk.
Look,
Sorry.
this is another rock and red, boy. It's another fire. Hey, that's the way you finish up 30 days of fasting, 30 days of preaching. Ooh, man, we done came up here. Look like the rain about to run up in here. Hey, another rock and red.
I mean, we're about to kill each other.
Man, we about to kill each other every
Came in
time.
here,
We are the
it's like,
representation of what a miracle looks like. We about to kill each other again.
Losing.
We about to go have a beer. I ain't having a beer, but whatever. Look, come on, slide in
It
here.
was,
Hey,
yeah, no,
yeah,
thank you so
thank you,
much for having
thank
me.
you for
No,
coming.
thanks for coming.
I
Thank you.
I
on
didn't
this.
think you were gonna do this, but
I saw your message. I was like, I hope somebody.
Thank you so
But
much.
that was from
Yeah.
this. There you go, elbow. There you go, elbow. Hey man, I thank you. Hey, thank you for coming out and showing
Of course.
good love.
Yes.
Showing the love. Hey,
Always.
Shocky World
Thanks
Love
for
Ministry.
saying it.
Rocky
This is one of the
Red.
better ones we've done.
Man, I tell you, when you go back, you're gonna see we made some good ones. It's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's
What's
gonna
up,
look ridiculous, but I'm down for it, man. So.
and why are we mad at looking ridiculous right now? It's
Nothing.
America.
This is what we're trying to do as a country.
Exactly.
We have to have these arguments right here on Highway 3
I
and
hate
B
to
is-
quote like Chris Brown,
Not
but he
arguing.
said a good thing. It's got to get a little ugly before it gets better.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what we're here
It's
for.
got to get a little ugly
Because
before it
that's
gets
the inspiration to push you
Yes.
to do better.
better. Unless
If you're all good and comfortable, then you're just
Okay.
good and comfortable. In
So
your
everything
own
you're wrong
space.
about, everything I'm wrong about, we need to re-examine that a little bit. Yeah, I know. I already know you're going to say it.
well, you know, mine doesn't mean outside. God will deal with me quickly. If it's wrong, He deals with me quickly,
It is
bro.
what it is.
It's inside. It deals with me quickly. Hey, y'all, that's another one. Hey, we're signing off. Look, I am on sabbatical for 6 weeks. I will not see y'all for 6 weeks. You probably won't. Well, you will see me on social media because I didn't share none of the sermons for the last April, and my phone was cracked. So I will share little tidbits of the sermons. Hey, man, appreciate everybody in the group. We are the people. Appreciate everybody on the Shock World TV YouTube. Hey, if you hadn't gone, listen to it. God by the Pound is available.
There's a video.
Spotify, and anywhere you get music, it's available. Everything's available. Hey, y'all, we're signing off. Peace.
Good night. That was enough for me
Woo,
for a while.
man, boy.
That's so fun. You should invite more people